Hello, everyone. Welcome to TI Digital, your guide to all that's happening in the world of Indian cricket. Beyond the Boundary is the name of the show. Today, we've got Dwaipan Datta returning from Chennai. We've got Nitin Naik joins us from Mumbai, and Arani Basu joins us from NCR. Thanks a lot, gentlemen. I want to start off with you, Dwaipan. Rishabh Pant, did he chip in when it mattered most for India?
Match was done in the first innings itself, 180 lead, and when he came into bat, the lead was 260 for 3. So India would have got 375 any which way, 375 lead. So uh, what he might have done is he has given India, maybe gave India 10 overs extra. Like he scored the runs quickly, he batted well, but this was this has nothing. This test match has nothing to do with Rishabh Pant scoring 66. This was about that magnificent innings of the Padikkal in the first innings and the spin of Suthar. So these are the two things that are going to win India the test match unless two sessions are washed out tomorrow.
Nitin, was there any point in India continuing batting after Pant got out?
I guess they were a little scarred by what happened at Leeds last year. They they kind of thought that they had plenty, but then Duckett and the other Harry and all they kind of took the game away from them. I don't think some of the bowlers yet know how to bowl dry. Although I think I was very pleasantly surprised with the way Prasidh Krishna has bowled in this Test match. He's really bowled
I
disciplined
think I
chance.
read what Negra said about him.
Maybe, and a bit on and by the same token, have been a bit disappointed by how Kuldeep has bowled. I think that's the reason why even Shubman I think has introduced him very late in the second innings. Um, Overall, I think if, as Dwaipan said, that if we don't lose two sessions to rain, I think, but you can't really plan for the rain and make your decisions because I think it was supposed to rain most of yesterday and most of today, but it turned out to be sunny. So let's hope the weather forecasters are as wrong as they were today and yesterday, even tomorrow.
Arani, was Lahiru Udara out in your view?
I didn't see that dismissal actually. I was driving at that time. I
No,
don't
he
know
was
who.
not out.
So I didn't see
Not
that
out.
dismissal. Uh,
Okay, but what did you make of India's bowling in the second inning? Second innings, Arani?
See, you expect them to run through this Sri Lankan team. This batting lineup is nothing to be hyped about. Had there been Kusal Mendes and who
Pathum Nisar.
Pathum Nisanka, yeah, maybe, but yeah, Nitin's talked about Ben Duckett, but those were conditions were different, and they are superior batters than what we are seeing. So you are expected to run over this Sri Lankan team. It was just because that we had such bad home series, two bad home series that we ended up landed on this tour thing a bit nervous. Otherwise, if you take this series on paper, you should run them over, and that's what they need to do. But I'm actually a bit worried with Kuldeep, how he's bowling, and he doesn't look that menacing as he should be.
Okay, comment from cricket fan. Today we have Jeffrey Boycott, David Lloyd, Jonathan Agnew, along with Jacob Bethel.
And Jacob Bethel.
It's, the
Acha,
youngest.
so
The youngest.
okay. Okay, Nishant Nagarwal says, I love TOI, professional way of conversation. If one speaks, other listens quietly. Even disagreement is dealt with manners. To senior and oldest panelist, hi dudes, and to junior panelists, Sadar Pranam. So Nitin, Sadar Pranam to you.
Sadar
Uh,
Pranam to Nishant Agarwal also. Thank you, Nishant. Thank you for the kind words, and thank you for listening to us.
Yeah. Mohammad Hamza has a question. Weapon. Can India take 6 wickets before tea tomorrow?
6 wickets before TC. The only slightly tricky phase is the that like after it's 40 overs, the next 40 overs, the ball absolutely dies down, the seam disappears, but the pitch is deteriorating. So Jadeja will be operational and will get that turn which he gets on a day 5 pitch. So that is the one way of getting the wickets. But other way, there is a chance that between 50 to 80 there could be a lull of wickets, or 40 to 80, because the Kukabura ball doesn't do anything. Like this, once the seam goes, it becomes very difficult to get wickets. But then, yeah, so if there is a partnership going, it can go to second session. You can watch a bit of cricket after lunch. It's not a bad idea to have 2 sessions of cricket. Yeah, unless
Okay,
it rains.
Nishant.
Of course. Rain we can make it tricky. Like if it becomes only one ball game, if the new ball is not due, then suddenly Sri Lanka may have a bit of hope.
How crucial will that no ball be of Jadeja that Dhananjay De Silva was caught but it was a no ball? Nitin?
Become a bit of a habit, no? I mean, he bowled 8 no balls in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. I think two of them resulted in wickets. And I was reading a fascinating stat on CricBuzz. I think since 2021, he has bowled 84 no balls, the most for a spinner, which is shocking. And it's 14 overs of no balls in the last 5 years. So that maybe I do not know how this works. Does the is it because he has not played so much of white ball cricket internationally, where front foot no balls are punished very badly. Does that creep into his test game as well? I do not know. But Sairaj Bhautule certainly has a lot of work to do here. We saw what
Nitin,
happened
I will
with
just
Ravi
ask you
Krishnan.
one question. I'll just interrupt you. When did this third umpire calling no ball come into uh, IPL cricket and
Before it,
white ball cricket?
And 2022 IPL, it came in 2022 in
No, no,
IPL.
no. 24, I think. 24.
Oh, so it came in that late, right? So basically,
24, I think.
Jadeja has been
24.
flirting with the line all his life. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that back, what is it? Ankle, right? Ankle. It always flirts with the line. Once
Yeah,
television
yeah.
started catching it, then those no balls started happening. But he has
Correct.
done it all his life.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a very television thing.
Yeah, but I think it for such an experienced cricketer, Dwaipan, I thought that he could have corrected it, much earlier than towards the
But he
fag
never
end of
got
his
caught.
career.
That's why.
He never
That's
got
why.
caught. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that means he's been doing it even in practice, which should be corrected by the bowling coaches and people who he has been working with, because he's so accurate, and he has such great skill. Uh, I mean, that wicket that he would have got would have been pure skill, because a couple of them would have earlier. It was a classic setup. He had bowled a couple of straighter ones, then he got one to pitch and turn and got the edge, and the perfect delivery. It resulted into nothing. So, I think the bowling coaches and he himself really needs to correct this.
okay. One more question, Nitin. Drake Ramore says, we have always seen Australia very fierce force in every decade, from Borders team to Ponting's team. Will they solve this aging player issue?
I don't think Borders team to start with was great. He
It
lost
was
a
not.
lot of games. Yeah, he lost a lot of
They lost
games.
the Ashes also, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from 85. I mean, when Kim Hughes retired in 83, I think from 83
So
to
84.
88, from 84, yeah, from 84 to 88, I think till that 87 World Cup in one day cricket, that turned out to be, the turning point for him. And also the 89
Only,
Ashes.
only an experienced Indian team handed over the World Series Cup to them on a platter in 85,
Yeah, in
86.
85, 86, yeah. So the you know to replace players of a Cummins or a Hazelwood or a Stark is going to take some time for them. I don't think Bo Webster and all are of that class to. I mean, we keep talking about hastening transitions, but when and when a particular set of players is performing consistently for the last 5 years or for the last 8 years, what makes this? I mean, how would the selectors say that okay, you take a break for this series, and because we want to start a transition, let us introduce some new players? It doesn't work that way, right? I mean, when I mean, if tomorrow, I mean, we saw how Nathan Lyon, I think, yeah, Nathan Lyon reacted when he was dropped for the Ashes. I mean, he was furious when he was dropped for that Perth Test match, Perth or Brisbane, I do not know.
Sydney, Sydney.
Sydney Test match. So he was furious, and no player really wants to miss Test matches. So how do
No
you,
idea.
yeah, how transitions always happen by chance. You don't plan for transition.
ओके, मानिकप्रीत सिंह एज अ क्वेश्चन, अरुणिता पडिक्कल की ऐसे परफॉर्मेंस के बाद नंबर 3 का फर्स्ट चॉइस कौन होगा, साई या डीडीपी?
I think Padikkal has done enough to at least get another 5 test matches at number 3. Uh, See, Sai got the preference ahead of Padikkal, despite Padikkal making his test debut before him, being in the queue ahead of him. Sai was preferred because Shubman Gill, the captain, was comfortable with it, and the coach also thought he was red hot after that IPL. See, Padikkal has been scoring runs in Ranji Trophy for a long time. For I think pre-COVID he started scoring runs, and then he's continued that. He went off the boil, and again I think he found his mojo when he came back to RCB. Uh, he had actually had good IPLs for RCB before that mega auction came. I think Padikkal deserves that run now at this moment. The way he's batted, he's looked more assured. Sai, all said and done, has not looked very comfortable at the international level, batting at number 3. He's work in progress. He was looking good in one odd innings in England, but yes, at this moment, I think Padikkal has shown that he has that wares to play at number 3. See, New Zealand again will be very tough. I don't think they will be dishing out placid tracks to India like England did. And Kyle Jamieson and this new guy Smith and Matt Henry won't be easy playing them. So that will again, but we need to be patient. We need to judge how the batting lineup as a whole has done, not pick on players.
Yeah. Abhay has a question, Didi, is Kuldeep being sidelined or does not have much trust from management?
Like I am slightly conflicted on this thing because when you are playing on turners, you need bowlers who don't leak runs, who do not bowl short, go for runs. So sometimes Kuldeep ka kya hota hai? Kuldeep sometimes lacks that discipline because he's a wrist spinner. Wrist spinner का एक दो गेंद इधर उधर हो जाता है. When you are playing smaller, shorter games, at that point you need people who don't give away runs, and for that control you need finger spinners. So that is one of the reasons why Kuldeep sometimes is not played when India play on the rank turners in India. Having said that, so यहाँ पे तो ठीक है, like he's not bowling badly, but yeah, yeah, again the finger spinners here also, because it's turning, the finger spinners are having the say on turners these days. Unless you are a Shane Warne, you will see that finger spinners will call the shots because the finger spinner has more control. They don't leak runs. Of course, Shane Warne was Shane Warne, or Mushtaq Ahmed was Mushtaq Ahmed.
Anil Kumble.
Anil Kumble is a on paper wrist spinner, but great bowler, of course, but wrist spinner on paper. Like his was control. It was all control. Uh,
Okay, Himanshu has a question, Nitin. Why is there no criticism of Gill's short selection?
Valid point, Himanshu, and especially the referencing with Pant when he plays a bad shot and gets out. I think in both innings, I think he has played forgettable strokes. Second innings, if you want to be a little too kind to him, You can say that he was trying to get a few quick runs, and but that shot was not on for that length. It was too full to sweep, and yeah, I think he has played better strokes than he. It's always the Maverick always gets criticized, right? The Raja Betas kind of get away scot free. So in this case, Shubman Gill is a Raja Beta, and Pant is a Badmash. So
Okay, Vijay Lakshmi Murthy has a question. Aronida, KL Rahul is the highest run scorer for India in this cycle, 1020 runs, and overall third highest. But still, some people want him out of the squad. Why? And to add to it, why didn't he review till Padikkal told him to review? Why was he walking away?
See, KL Rahul was backed despite being very inconsistent in Test cricket for 10 years. I think that frustration has lingered on, but I think he's playing his best Test cricket after the big ones have left. Test. He has always played his cricket under the shadow of, in the shadow of Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and see, by nature, he's not that person who stands out in the crowd. And I think he gets a bit overawed or cagey when there are alphas around him. I think when the seniors left, I think he's taken on that responsibility really well from England. Uh, I would say he's. I think he's playing his best Test cricket at this moment. But I don't think anyone wants him out of the team. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been given the vice captaincy from Rishabh Pant. So the problem with KL Rahul was that he was seen as the future leader after Rohit Sharma. They tried to groom him when Rahul Dravid was the head coach. That didn't work out, and that frustration has lingered on with KL Rahul, the Test batter. And so people see he's also aging now, 33, 34. He's in the second innings. I think he batted beautifully. I think he's though he got out to a bad shot, but bad shot. It looks like a bad shot, but two of them had come off, and that was the need of the time hour at the time. You needed to score quickly, get the runs, get the weather out of the way, and all that. But KL Rahul, otherwise, I think he needs to come out of his shell. And the best thing that he has done is that he has given up on IPL captaincy. Also, he's just focusing on his batting. Uh, he's not that aggressive in your face guy that we have got used to with this Indian team from Virat Kohli's era. But I think he's now is playing his best Test cricket and should continue doing that for another couple of years.
Okay, Didi, what's your view? Didi, sir, will India be able to win if they get 60 overs?
If they get 60 overs, then they like. I don't think they will need 60 overs, but if it go it's 60 overs, then right now how many overs have been bowled? Have
Uh,
have
32,
they
I think
bowled
32.
Also, they will
30,
be into the second new
32,
32,
over.
32.
so they will get the second new ball if it's 60 overs. So they will win. Yeah.
Okay, one more question. The same question's been asked. अभी पूछा था मैंने. Uh, one more question.
के राहुल पे एक बात मैं बोलता हूँ like के राहुल I was just seeing a stat as an opener he has been averaging 45 which is good which is good so this his average of 36 is slightly misleading once he has got that
No, I
opener
think
spot.
that has to do with that England tour. I think he's got that consistent run from the England tour when he started opening consistently and scoring consistently. Before that, also he has played a lot of games. I don't think he has
In
played much of the
2020,
games in the
no,
middle
in
order.
20, no, in 2022 also he opened. Na? He and Rohit Sharma opened.
Yeah, but again, he doesn't convert into a run of form.
Convert
That was
means
the
what?
problem.
What? No. Sometimes when you are opening the batting, a
Mm.
45, a 50 is more important than
Mhm.
a 150 because you are taking the shine off the ball. You are doing a lot of things as an opener. It is not always the volume that matters. It is the impact that matters. That he being there, scoring the runs, taking the nip of the ball is very important and
But
making it
that was the
easier for
problem with
the
him that he did not either he got big scores or he would get out very cheaply. That was the problem with him. And those big scores came after 10 innings, 15 innings, or in between he would
No,
be
no.
15,
That is
20.
what
He will miss.
that is what I am saying. Sometimes the 40s, 45s, 50s, these
Mm,
scores get overlooked, but as an opener, these scores are very
mm.
important. These scores are not failures. Even
Yeah,
a
openers
35
and
a 90 ball 35 is a very important score for an
yeah.
opener. He's taking in a lot. He's soaking the first venom of the pace attack. So those things we need to consider. We don't always do.
Also, Chandresh, what I feel is that that World Cup final knock hangs in the back as of people's minds as a residue. A lot of people still go after him for that knock that he played in that World Cup final. So even though he got a great 100 in at the Centurion, as I mentioned yesterday,
Mm.
just a couple of months later, batting at number six, the only guy I think to bat with any degree of comfort on that spiteful pitch. Um I think I think people have that in the back of their minds that uh, the he was the guy responsible for that World Cup final loss.
KR2469 Super Chat Nitin. India batters lack skill of facing good spinners.
Yeah, I mean here I think Chandesh, the toss has played a huge role here. Um, you know the fact that they batted so well, and to have what has also really worked well for India is to have a man in red hot form batting at number three in Padikkal, who has gone to Sri Lanka with the A side, who has done well, who had 100 in the practice game, and who has converted that form or who has carried over that form into the test match game in both innings. I think in the second innings, I think he just misread that length and played it on the back foot, which he got LBW to. But I think having DDP, an aggressive batter at number three, who plays well on the back foot and the front foot, and who generally prefers to play spin off the back foot, allowing the ball the time to do whatever it has to. And I think his reach, his height also has played a part in in helping India do whatever it is. But yeah, overall, I think I will still 5 out of 10 maybe in terms of skill in on playing on turning pitches or on playing quality spin. And this is not really a high class spin attack.
Arani, question for you. Aranida, are you also getting the feeling that Gill has less confidence in Kuldeep?
I would like to believe so that he did not play him in England. Although the final call on the 11 is with the coach at this moment. But see, when a young captain takes over and the circumstances that he has taken the captaincy in, the even in ODIs, what happened with Rohit and all that, he would like more control, and he would not and he wants bowlers and players who can be steady. This moment here, when Saurav Ganguly took over captaincy, he was the undisputed leader. He could back the Mavericks and he could give them time. But Shubman Gill situation is different to what Saurav Ganguly, Virat Kohli, or a Dhoni or a Rohit Sharma. Here he wants more control in the team. And see, Kuldeep needs a lot of games and game time to get his rhythm. That's very obvious. Uh, in looking to bowl quick through the air, what he's doing is that he's losing the loop that used to get him the wickets. Even with Ashwin, you would see he would get the loop and get those wickets. Oh, yeah, I think we've got Sahil here.
Yeah,
So
Sahil
Sahil
joins us
can.
from ground zero. Welcome to the show, Sahil.
We are talking
Hello,
about
hello, hello.
Kuldeep Sahil.
कुलदीप हाँ मतलब आई थिंक थोड़ा थोड़ा फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में आई थिंक अनलकी couple of he did create a couple of chances especially when Dickwella was batting but overall I think this was the kind of surface where a finger spinner will remain in play more than a your wrist spinner and that is why someone like Kuldeep has to with
I
the
think we
pace
have
of
issues
Manav Sutar.
with Sahil's internet from Gaul.
it clearly is something जो ये लोग प्लान करके आए थे
I think we've lost Sahil. Uh,
Hmm.
okay, Didi, we have a bunch of questions on Kuldeep. Some of it has already been alluded to by Arani. Uh, what is the reason for Kuldeep's downfall? Fitness or lack of variation? अब वो पूरा एक ordinary bowler लगता है. What is the reason for वो वापस वही वो दो लोग वही
ऑर्डिनरी
सवाल
बॉलर तो मुझे लगता नहीं है बिकॉज
और
आई आई
कुलदीप की
आई
पेस
सॉ
पहली is he not everybody
आई
believes that he's unfit.
No, I don't think so. And because I just this immediacy bias is there, and like I just saw Kuldeep in that Guwahati test against South Africa on day one on a placid pitch, like that the एकदम सपाट pitch, एकदम highway पे match हो रहा था first day. वहाँ पे he got 3 wickets and bowled very well on that day. So I don't think he has suddenly become an ordinary bowler.
Hmm.
Like there can be a test match where he is not getting a lot of wickets. The finger spinners are getting wickets because Lanka is designed for finger spinners, Lanka and India. So the finger spinners are getting, but he is not looking ordinary. Don't go by just the stats. Just the
Hmm.
1 for 62 is not necessarily very bad. Like
But I think Reed
so
Savla has a very important point. He's saying he's more focused on FC Barcelona's performance because Kuldeep is a football fan.
no, that's fine. He can be Barcelona. That if that is an interest that is good enough. It's better to have good interests than whiling
So
your
you
time
Making
does that mean
reels.
you
Then
also
making
support FC
reels.
Barcelona?
Yeah.
over something unnecessary. So I think that's
So what,
that
so what is
that's a
unnecessary?
good habit.
What is unnecessary? Mohan Bagan, East Bengal?
No, even that is not unnecessary. Like
Oh, okay.
having interest in sport is not unnecessary for a sportsman.
Okay. Pranav Singh has a question. Sahil Bhai, agree, maybe favorable to finger spin. What's worrying is bowling bad lines.
See, for a wrist spinner with the crosswinds coming into play, control is going to be difficult than it is for a finger spinner, right? And the way weather has been last 4-5 दिनों के अंदर और आज तो मतलब बारिश से पहले the spell of wind which precedes like for good 30-35 minutes, it is not easy to control your lines, and for a wrist spinner it becomes all the more difficult. और कुलदीप का हमने जितना पेस वेरिएशन अभी देखा है, that intent to just be a bit more quicker than he generally is, average speeds are up in his test match, so you can sense that the wind is probably playing on his mind. और आसान नहीं रहता, और अभी इस टीम के मेकअप के अंदर आई थिंक ही इज दैट थर्ड स्पिनर स्पॉट, क्योंकि मॉर्ने मॉकल ने जैसे एक्सप्लेन किया था प्री मैच पीसी में भी दैट देयर आइडिया इज टू अटैक विद द फास्ट बॉलर फ्रॉम वन एंड हैव दैट फिंगर स्पिनर ऑपरेटिंग जस्ट हाउ दे डिड टुडे. मानव सुतार सिराज ने शुरू किया, फिर प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा और जडेजा ने फिनिश किया, और एंड में आके आपने फिल किया कुलदीप के साथ. तो कुलदीप का रोल आई थिंक इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है जब दो लेफ्ट हैंडर्स रहते हैं, और कल अगर जल्दी विकेट गिरा एक और डिकवेला आते हैं, so that is going to be a period where one would want Kuldeep to do what he did in the first innings. Fall shot percentage वो induce कर रहे थे. He was a bit unlucky. Couple of wickets more he could have easily had in that spell, and वो spell के अंदर मानव सुतार के अलावा कोई इतना viciously भी टर्न नहीं कर पा रहा था. जडेजा भी सिर्फ टप्पा पकड़ के बॉल डाल रहे थे. कुलदीप ने अच्छा बॉल फेंका, और ये द्वाइपन भाई जैसे बोल रहे हैं, एक फेज आता है आपको विकेट कई बार नहीं मिलता, बट एंड ऑल विकेट्स नहीं रहते. आप एक 5 बॉलर अटैक के अंदर वेयर यू फिट इन दैट रोल, हाउ यू परफॉर्म योर रोल टू परफेक्शन, इवन दैट बिकम्स इंपॉर्टेंट. सो कुलदीप प्लेड हिज पार्ट, didn't have the wickets to show just like Sutar or Jadeja, but I don't think he was like very ordinary or ekdam
नहीं
out
नहीं
of out of sorts or out of words. He's very much there, but आई थिंक चैलेंज है यहाँ पर, हवा का बहुत चैलेंज रहता है, और रिस्क स्पिनर के साथ वो रहेगा ही रहेगा, मोर देन अ फिंगर स्पिनर.
Coming to the breeze, yeah, Chandresh, last year in Manchester, I was speaking to Michael Arthurton and I was asking him which end Shane Warne got Mike Gatting with that ball. A very interesting point he made that Warney never liked to bowl with the breeze favoring the direction of his drift. He wanted to bowl against the wind, the drift going against the wind. So if the ball hangs longer in the air and it moves away from the batsman's eye line, well, the way Shane Warne could use the wind going against it. He preferred bowling against the wind, and that was, I think, very fascinating. I think those are the tricks that made Shane Warne what Shane Warne is was
Uh,
actually.
that had a lot to do with Shenwan's shoulder. Like,
Shoulder.
Yeah,
yeah,
strength that
most
he had that
spinners
strength to
don't
go
have
against the
that.
wind. Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
वो shoulders होता नहीं है कि
Mm.
like that
Mm.
was uh, yeah.
Okay, Rajkumar has a question. Sahil, since you're on ground, draw on the cards. Weather forecast looks bleak for tomorrow. How is this draw going to cost India in WTC?
No, no, I don't think even if it rains, जो magician है पीछे, the 130 odd ground staff, they are the true magicians इस ground के ऊपर. मतलब they will ensure that play starts the moment it stops raining. मतलब आधे घंटे के अंदर वो लोग ground तैयार कर देते हैं. और कल forecast yes 85% है, 9 mm rain है, ये technicalities मैं भी पढ़ रहा हूँ. But you can't put a finger and say कि इतने घंटे गॉल में बारिश होने वाली है.
Hmm.
और आपको 1.5 पौने 2 घंटे का कंसिस्टेंट क्रिकेट चाहिए. एंड यू जस्ट नीड टू गेट रिड ऑफ सोनाल. आई थिंक ही हैज बीन, डिकवेला ने भी चांसेस दिए, बट सोनाल जिस तरीके की बल्लेबाजी फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में भी करके आए थे और आज भी जितने अश्योर्ड लग रहे थे, वो आई थिंक सुतार या जडेजा में से एक को चार्ज डाउन द ग्राउंड करके एक छक्का मारा, तो वो बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट बैटिंग कर रहे हैं. If you get rid of him early, it shouldn't be a problem for you to pick the remaining 5 wickets. But weather permitting. पर ऐसा भी नहीं है कि यहाँ पे पूरा दिन बारिश होगी. गए भी 30-35 ओवर तो गए ना, ठीक है, आपको इससे ऊपर चाहिए भी नहीं ना. 40 ओवर में अगर आप 5 विकेट 6 विकेट नहीं ले सकते, तो फिर आपकी गेंदबाजी में कमी है. वेदर को दोष मत दीजिए. So our result is very much on until unless like ball behaves extremely weirdly and differently कि कल कुछ भी possible ना हो.
Okay, one more question for you, Sahil, before we let you go. Why didn't India declare when Pant got out?
Declare? India never declared, no?
No,
Why
no.
didn't
Why?
India?
Why didn't he declare?
Why didn't India declare? I think so that is again my reading because इन्होंने ऐसा कुछ बोला तो नहीं. जो सेकंड सेशन गॉल में अभी तक हम देख रहे हैं अक्रॉस डेज, वो सबसे कंफर्टेबल पीरियड था. सो मे बी एंड दैट न्यूअर बॉल कंसिडरिंग कुकाबुरा, सीम एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स कमिंग टू प्ले, maybe India, I'm just like thinking aloud, maybe India wanted a better crack in that final session or closer to the final session, जब थोड़ा सा वो धूप ढलना शुरू होगा, बॉल का सीम हार्ड होगा, न्यू होगा, देन योर स्पिनर्स कम इन टू प्ले. जब टाइड्स बढ़ती हैं शाम के टाइम पे, सी ब्रीज भी डिफरेंटली बिहेव करता है, क्योंकि सेकंड सेशन इज मोर कंफर्टेबल टू नेगोशिएट. So I think that's why I don't think there was any cushion of runs to kind of take that call कि हमें safe runs चाहिए, क्योंकि गोल में 300 के ऊपर तो इतिहास गवाह रन बनाने ना के मुमकिन है. इंडिया वर ऑलवेज इन दैट सेफ जोन, बट आई थिंक इट
मिसाइल
वाज अबाउट
350 चेज हुआ 2022 में और पाकिस्तान
हाँ
चेज
मतलब
340.
that's something, it's
340.
something which doesn't happen that often. So you were not in that unsafe territory when it came to runs. It was just that you wanted a better crack considering what time of the day you want them to come out to bat again. So that was, I think, the only logic why they did not declare or look at declaring when Pant got out.
Okay. Nitin, there's a question for you. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Nowadays, team takes players as backup, but GG takes backup as original starting 11. Example, Dhruv Jurel.
Yeah, I mean, Dhruv Jurel batted very well in the first innings. Bit of an unfortunate dismissal in the second where he gloved. In fact, even I thought that he was not out because when the replay was showed that there was a gap between the bat and the ball, but there was still a spike on the sneakometer. So, I mean, why have any grouse against Jurel? I think he deserves a spot in the playing 11. I hope he's fit enough to play the second test, but because he got a very bad one on the ankle towards the close of play, which prompted Sarfaraz to come in. But he's done whatever he has, barring that bad shot that he played in Guwahati and Kolkata. I think he's done whatever has been asked of him so far.
Okay, Reed Savla has a question. Didi, has Jaiswal's test game declined? You're on mute, Didi.
Sorry, yeah. He was batting beautifully in the first innings. I don't think his game has declined. He was he was looking very good. So ठीक है सेकंड इनिंग्स में रन नहीं हुआ है so don't take calls on one test match one innings.
Hmm.
Having said that, he struggled a bit against South Africa at home, but ठीक है he's too talented a player and I don't think his game has been on a decline because he when you the most famous victory that we had in recent times was the last test against England and वहाँ पे हम सिराज विराज को बहुत valorize करते हैं but they are the centuries
Second
of
innings 100 was. Yeah.
second innings 100 of Jaiswal and at a crucial time when the game was 50-50 not it hadn't become 80-20 by then in a 50-50 situation that 100 that is not but like that's just 5 test matches ago so we should keep these things in mind.
Okay, Arav has a question. Arani, what's the update on Rohit Sharma?
पहले सिलेक्टर का तो अपडेट आ जाए.
लगे हाथ तो मैं पूछ लेता हूँ हार्दिक का अपडेट क्या है, रोहित शर्मा का
अरे
अपडेट क्या है, मैं अगरकर का अपडेट क्या है और वीवीएस लक्ष्मण का अपडेट क्या है. ये चार चीज कोई और पूछने से पहले
अब तो
मैं
वीवीएस लक्ष्मण का भी अपडेट का बात हो गया. अब हार्दिक का कौन सा अपडेट चाहिए? आईपीएल ट्रेड का जो हवा में चल रहा है चल रहा है चल रहा है. 10 टीम है, मैं 9 टीम बोल देता हूँ कि और सब ने अप्रोच किया होगा. अगर जिनके पास पर्स है, आरसीबी छोड़ दो, किसी
नहीं,
ना
मुंबई
किसी
को
ने तो
छोड़
अप्रोच किया होगा, बात की होगी.
मुंबई
नहीं नहीं,
छोड़ के.
मुंबई ने भी किया है, मुंबई भी बोल रही
हाँ,
है एज अ
मुंबई
प्लेयर
ने भी
खेल लो.
किया है, वो छोड़ो. मुंबई भी बोला तो वो तो बात छोड़ दो. अब बाकी है एशियन गेम्स के पहले. I don't think he will miss out on the Asian Games. I think he will be fit for it. And रोहित शर्मा का तो आप देखो, अभी वो तो it's between the board is taking calls as the secretary is making statements about his selection. So तो उतना तो पता है. पहले सिलेक्टर का अपडेट मिल जाए after this series. Chandresh has frozen.
Sahil, your thoughts on Gill's captaincy?
स्मॉल सैंपल साइज बट आई थिंक हमने बात की भी थी, मैंने और नितिन भाई ने और प्रत्युष ने उस दिन, कि वी रियली वांट टू सी हाउ ही ऑपरेट्स विद द स्पिनर्स. सो अभी सैंपल साइज उतना नहीं है बट वही सेकंड सेशन जब दो लेफ्ट हैंडर्स खेल रहे थे, मे बी ही डिडंट हैव गुड मैचअप्स अप हिज स्लीव्स, सो दैट वाज प्रोबब्ली वन पीरियड वेयर I personally thought the fields were far more in out than they could have been or should have been. That was one probably period Dickwella or Sonal जब बैटिंग कर रहे थे. But in hindsight, we can always think about those things क्योंकि both of them went on to score the kind of runs they did. But he could have been a tad more attacking there, specifically in that period. And एक safe shot बन गया था, आप सबने देखा होगा, that nudge down the leg side where probably is your leg slip region. I think जब लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर अराउंड द विकेट डाल रहा था, चाहे जडेजा हो चाहे सुथार हो, later in their spell, both of them, especially when the two left-handers were batting, realized, and we did see that position, but it took them a lot of time to get that fielder in. So even Jadeja should have taken that call, being the senior most spinner in the squad, in the playing 11. But I think वो दो तीन plugs थे जो आपको लगता है अभी, but again, it's not fair to be that critical एक एक दो points pick करने का. So we should give him more sample size at the end of this series, especially in his tackling of spin bowlers. I think fast bowlers के साथ एक वो impression देता है as a captain that he's more comfortable operating with them, using them in shorter bursts. आज भी प्रसिद्ध के साथ जो वो second spell plan किया, field positioning, and Prasidh bowled with a lot of fire and a lot of heat in that fading light wala period. So I think Shubman is very comfortable when it comes to fast bowlers, but spin is where I personally want to see how he operates, especially जब तीन spinner रहते हैं, क्योंकि बड़े से बड़ा captain is not able to operate when three spinners are around. You end up under bowling one spinner. So Gill will have that challenge, and tomorrow will be interesting how he operates in the first session.
अच्छा, ये और एक conspiracy theory है साहिल, since you are there on ground zero, कि once Sai comes back, they will let go of Jurel and play Sai in place of Jurel because Sai is everybody's favorite.
No, so you can do that, but there's a reason why
Who
Sarfaraz is
said
in the
he's
squad.
well behaved and well behaved? डीडी ने बोला था ना, Sai is well behaved and wishes good morning.
The wishes good morning
Hey,
and in
see, Jurel is getting to play because
and
someone or the other is getting injured since Rishabh Pant got injured in Manchester. He played
हाँ.
because Rishabh Pant wasn't around. Then when he came back, I think Gill got injured during the South Africa series. and then Washington Jadeja did not play against Afghanistan. Now Washington is not there. I think if Washington was around, I think Washington would have played, and
Yeah.
Jadeja would have been batting at number 6.
बट आई
Okay,
थिंक ये राइट
Nishant.
हैंडर खिलाएंगे अभी अभी
आपको
देवदत्त
आई
और
थिंक दे
साहिल
नीड अ
दोनों
राइट
ने
हैंडर. बट
सरफराज के
सी
आने का
वॉशिंग
रीजन
के
ही यही है
लिए साहिल,
कि राइट ही
वॉशी
चाहिए.
के लिए एकदम टीम मैनेजमेंट के सोच के हिसाब से वॉशी एकदम बैठता है ना. वॉशी इज
हाँ.
इंडिस्पेंसिबल ना, वो तो है.
और अब से
बट अभी मुझे
सोनल
लग रहा है
दिनेशा
अभी
ने भी
अभी भी
सेंचुरी मार दिया, तो बता सकता है ना कि टू मतलब 2 स्किल वाला प्लेयर चाहिए करके।
हाँ.
हाँ, वो इसीलिए आज यशस्वी जायसवाल मैच खत्म हुआ तो मैं ऊपर से देख रहा यशस्वी जायसवाल भी बॉलिंग करना स्टार्ट कर रहा था आज. वो रघु का बेसबॉल मिड के अंदर वो बॉलिंग कर रहा था और जायसवाल लेग स्पिन डालता है जितना मेरे को ध्यान है
हाँ.
फर्स्ट क्लास या
हाँ, हाँ,
डोमेस्टिक में.
डालते.
आज जायसवाल ऑफ स्पिन डाल रहा था. सो थिंग्स
ओके,
टाइम्स आर चेंजिंग इन इंडियन क्रिकेट. अब बॉलिंग
अच्छा
स्टार्ट कर
निशांत,
रहे हैं बैटर्स.
अच्छा निशांत नगरवाल का सजेशन है, क्वेश्चन है, डीडी सर, दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट विल बी कंडक्टिंग एडवोकेट प्रीमियर लीग नेक्स्ट ईयर, उसका ओपनिंग या फाइनल चेन्नई में करवा दो, एंड इफ यू कवर देन दिस टाइम आई विल गिव यू एंड चंद्रेश जी टिकट, आई एम एडवोकेट। डीडी अब क्या क्या करवाओगे यार चेन्नई में, बीबीएल
एडवोकेट
में।
को तो ना ही मत बोलो.
हाँ नहीं, बट सब कुछ अगर चेन्नई में होने लगा तो बाकी शहर वाले कहाँ जाएंगे हम लोग।
और अरानी को तो पता है दिल्ली में एडवोकेट्स को ना नहीं किया जाता.
नहीं किया
He
जा
knows what
सकता
I mean.
हाँ डीडी, यू आर नॉट आंसरिंग, स्पीचलेस।
What to answer? अच्छा, am I audible? Because I just
है.
Yeah, you are audible.
yeah. नहीं, जो होना होता है होने तो. मैं तो ज्यादा उतना जाता नहीं हूँ ग्राउंड में, बट
बट टिकट देने को तैयार है एडवोकेट प्रीमियर लीग के लिए।
क्रिकेट प्रीमियर लीग के लिए. हाँ,
ले लो बॉल ले लो। अच्छा साहिल, शॉर्ट्स ही कह रहे हैं, साहिल भाई सिलेक्टर की बात करते करते आपकी हंसी बहुत अलग लग रही है, क्योंकि उनको भी रिटायर करवा के आने वाले हो? नहीं, रिटायर
नहीं,
करवाने
retire
वाले तो
कोई
डीडी
नहीं.
है ना।
मतलब टर्म खत्म हो रहा है, उसके बाद एक्सटेंशन मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा वो तो बीसीसीआई का कॉल है. मतलब इट्स नॉट समथिंग, ऑब्वियसली अजीत वांट्स टू स्टे एंड इट्स समथिंग कि वर्ल्ड कप पे शॉट्स तो सबको चाहिए ना. अगर कोच को 2028 ओलंपिक्स खेलना है, सूर्या को 28 ओलंपिक्स खेलना था, विराट रोहित को 27 वर्ल्ड कप खेलना है, तो सिलेक्टर भी तो बोल सकता है ना कि इस टीम के लिए मैंने इतना करा, 23 फाइनल लेके गया, 24 वर्ल्ड कप जिताया, 25 चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी जितवाया. ठीक है, टेस्ट क्रिकेट में क्वेश्चनेबल रिजल्ट्स रहे, बट इवन आई डिजर्व अ शॉट एट 2027 वर्ल्ड कप, ताकि मेरा भी एक पूरा सर्कल पूरा हो जाए. मैं भी आई रिटायर विथ माई फीट अप एज अ सिलेक्टर, सेइंग दैट आई हैव अचीव्ड एवरीथिंग पॉसिबल अंडर द सन एक्सेप्ट द टेस्ट थिंग. सो हो सकता है उनका भी एस्पिरेशन होना चाहिए, पर वो कॉल बीसीसीआई लेगा. और मैं पहले भी कहा था, मुझे बहुत अनलाइकली लग रहा है वो एक्सटेंशन. अगर कुछ चीज़ें जो मैं देख रहा हूँ अगर वो उस तरीके से अलाइन हुई, चाहे वो लक्ष्मण की बात हो या गौतम का पोजीशन हो आफ्टर दिस सीरीज, इफ ही एंड्स अप विनिंग 2-0, देन मे बी स्टेटस को कंटिन्यूज इन इंडियन क्रिकेट इवन विद रिगार्ड्स टू अजीत अगरकर. हु नोस, क्योंकि इंडियन क्रिकेट रिसेंसी बायस पर ही चलता है. कोई इतना फॉरवर्ड नहीं सोचता, कोई इतना विजनरी नहीं है कि पूरा विजन डॉक्यूमेंट प्रिपेयर्ड हो. और मुझे वही लग रहा है, अगर आप ये सीरीज के आउटकम के बाद आपको बहुत चीज़ें क्लियर होती हुई दिखेंगी. और जिस हिसाब से टीम्स को देख लिया है, आप सब भी अग्री करोगे कहीं ना कहीं, 2-0 is very much in India's favor right now. As much as we have seen Sri Lanka with both bat and ball, they've done well in patches, but that sustained effort to pull off 5 days of good cricket to win a test looks a bit far from it. And अभी Indian team का वो वाला peak with bat and ball हमें दिखाई नहीं. Sutar probably has been your X factor, but the moment they all come together, Siraj, Prasidh, Sutar, Kuldeep and Jadeja, this will be a very very difficult bowling attack. हालांकि मैं अभी नितिन भाई मेरे को बोलेंगे ये दोबारा उस बात पे आ गया, बट मुझे अभी भी लग रहा है जिस तरीके से फास्ट बॉलर्स ने आज भी 8 विकेट लिया 14 में से, एक फास्ट बॉलर एक्स्ट्रा खिला सकते थे आप स्पिनर कम करके. मतलब मुझे तो अभी भी लग रहा है गुरनूर का जगह था. अब कौन सा स्पिनर बैठता आई डोंट नो, बिकॉज ये उतना टूटा ही नहीं
कुलदीप ही
विकेट.
बैठता था. तो कुलदीप ही
हाँ
बैठता था. कुलदीप ही
हाँ,
बैठता था.
गुरनूर बैटिंग भी कर लेता है क्योंकि.
अच्छा विजय चौहान कह रहे हैं डीडी सर मैनिफेस्ट करके अजीत अगरकर की रिटायरमेंट करवा दो. सो नो प्रेशर डीडी, आपके ऊपर ही है सब कुछ, रिटायरमेंट करवाना. ठीक है. अच्छा नितिन, सुपर चैट, टुडे विराट completes 18 years as an international cricketer. On this day in 2008 he played his first ever ODI. 18 years of king. He's on 85 international hundreds. Where will he end up? Guess. As a three format player or a test match captain or the fame, what's his biggest legacy?
Test match captain. Test match captain. The his commitment to fitness and the fitness culture. As soon as he left as captain, if you would have seen, the stress on yo-yo test. I mean, the focus on yo-yo tests, injuries coming through. All this was probably not there when Virat was captain. So uh,
Yeah.
the his him as test match captain. I mean, he will probably captain my all-time 11 test 11, Indian test 11. So I would think that he will be India's greatest ever test captain.
And second best test captain, in your view?
Second best test captain, I will go with
Pataudi?
uh,
Pataudi?
Dhoni. Dhoni.
No Pataudi?
No, I haven't seen. I mean, I will comment on people who I have seen. So I would think Dhoni, just you give him a pitch that he just knew how to control the game if he had the bowlers. I mean, I still remember that fifth day at Lords, the way he used Ishant Sharma, the way he could. Yes, I mean, a couple of instances. um I will point out where I think but I think by that time, I think he was done as captain. The 2013 Durban Test match where he did not take the new ball till I think the ball was 150 overs old. I think Dwight covered that series. Um, the inability of his inability to defend 414 on that Joburg track in 2013 again. So yeah, these
I
will
think
be that
457.
457, was it?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Hmm.
okay. 457. Yeah. So those will be a couple of blemishes. Even the 2011 Cape Town Test match, I
Wellington
think
2009
But
shutting short.
Wellington.
in that
Yeah,
test match, like on day five, Ashwin bowled so poorly on a
yeah,
breaking pitch
yeah,
that it was very difficult. Like if your spinner decides to bowl that badly, he got dropped for the next test match.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That
So
I
it
think
will,
started that trend of Jadeja playing over Ashwin in
Yeah.
overseas Test
That
matches. I
was
think
England,
that
overseas
kind
test
of
match. Yeah.
started off the whole cycle.
Overseas, yeah.
Yeah, overseas. Yeah.
अच्छा हस्तक्षी डिंगरा से धोनी फॉर 8-0 क्या बात है नितिन सर
Yeah,
टेक्निकल
I would still
टेक्निकली तो
think
7-0 सहवाग
7-0.
कैप्टन वन दैट
Sehwag captain the eight. Yeah, but I still rate Dhoni pretty highly as a captain. I think he just knew how to manage players. Sometimes we tend to focus only on the results. I think by the time the team was going to Australia
No, but Nitin, you
in
don't think
2011.
Ganguly was better than Dhoni as a test captain?
Ah,
आई
I
थिंक वी
don't
फॉरगेट
know.
वन नेम Dravid. They won a test series 35 years later in West Indies. They won a test series in
England,
England after 21 years.
they
We are
won the test
forgetting
match in South Africa in Joburg, I
for the
think.
first time
Yeah,
ever in
Yeah.
2006.
2006. Yeah,
He's
yeah,
only
yeah.
blamed for the 2007 World Cup.
Yeah.
Okay, Sahil, one final question for you. Sir, बारिश की संभावना है क्या?
है यार, मैं अभी जाते जाते कवर्स दिखा देता हूँ आपको। अभी यहाँ पे
Okay, पिच
कवर्स
पे
लगने के
ग्राउंड पे
बाद
हो
फिर
क्या?
बारिश हुआ है। हाँ,
साहिल तुम
ग्राउंड पे
ग्राउंड
हूँ,
पे हो क्या?
मतलब
हाँ तो
हाँ,
दिख
और
नहीं
कहाँ पे
रहे।
होऊंगा?
अरे सीधा ग्राउंड से है ये
ये देख लो,
बात है ये ग्राउंड जीरो है
ये पूरा गीला है अभी भी, तो क्योंकि कवर्स लगने के बाद, ब्रॉडकास्ट खत्म होने के बाद एक लाइट शार हुआ था। सो इट विल रेन, हाउ मच, इन व्हाट इंटेंसिटी, वो कोई नहीं कह सकता। यू कैन नॉट पुट अ फिंगर ऑन दैट, बट इट विल रेन। बट इवन इफ इट रेन्स, you have enough time at hand to probably get a result now, so let's not be worried about that, क्योंकि जिस दिन सबसे strong forecast था, we still got 43-44 overs of cricket, so that was day 2. So let's not be worried about that. We should probably think about how our bowlers need to bowl, because once this ball gets soft, हालांकि team management से यही बोल रहे हैं इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा, बट इनइफेक्टिवनेस दिखता है जब 2 लेफ्ट हैंडर अगेंस्ट 2 लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर्स एंड अ लेफ्ट आर्म रिस्ट स्पिनर, वो एक कॉन्टेस्ट जो फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में चला. सो लेट्स होप दैट इट्स नॉट द केस. आवर फास्ट bowlers are fresh. Prasidh bowls with the fire which he did today. Mohammad Siraj continues to bowl with a big heart which he always has. So we should be fine. We should be fine in picking those wickets because runs तो नहीं बन रहे हैं. Runs तो नहीं बन रहे हैं. It is just about कि कब रिजल्ट आएगा rather than क्यों आएगा और कैसे आएगा.
ओके, एक आखिरी सवाल है अरनी के लिए. अरनी दा, नेक्स्ट मैच आकिब खेलेगा?
कितने फास्ट बॉलर्स इंजर्ड हो गए यार. वो बुमराह की जगह आया है लेकिन बुमराह की जगह नहीं ले पाएगा. सॉरी टू से दैट. 2 फास्ट बॉलर को तो इंजर्ड होना पड़ेगा उसके लिए.
मतलब वो एक सरफराज खेल लेगा, वही बड़ी बात है अगले टेस्ट मैच में. अभी भी मुझे लग रहा है कि वॉशिंगटन सुंदर को तैयार करके भेज दे.
कोई भी क्यों नहीं. वॉशी नहीं आ रहा और कोई भी क्यों खेलेगा.
वॉशी नहीं आ रहा तो वॉशी नहीं आ रहा.
हाँ, कोई भी नहीं क्यों खेलेगा. मतलब मेरे को वो क्वेश्चन ही नहीं समझ आ रहा. आकिब नबी को तो
जुरेल
गुरनूर खेलेगा पहले.
जुरेल इंजर्ड हो गया था.
जुरेल इंजर्ड हुआ तो ना. अब आप तो फिर तो ये वो में तो फिर बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. फिर तो अगर मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, अगर ये हाँ क्योंकि हालांकि बल्कि ये सब हुआ तो फिर ऐसे तो फिर आप उसको अभिमन्यु ईश्वरन को ओपन करा दो. अगर वो इंजर्ड हो गया, जायसवाल की उंगली पे लग गया, ऐसे तो हम सोच के किसी को भी खिला सकते हैं. बट अभी अगर सब लोग फिट हैं तो आकिब नबी, सरफराज, मौके मिलेंगे. न्यूजीलैंड जा रहे हो आप, बहुत वक्त नहीं है न्यूजीलैंड जाने में और बीच में गेम टाइम भी नहीं है. वहां सबको मौके मिलेंगे. पहले टेस्ट के बाद न्यूजीलैंड में सबको मौके मिलेंगे खेलने के. सबका नंबर आएगा. सबकी ख्वाहिश पूरी होगी टेस्ट क्रिकेट खेलने की.
कटेगा, सब पे बटेगा.
सब में बटेगा. तो अभी वेट करो. यहाँ पे सब कुट्टू पराठा खाओ अभी फिलहाल. न्यूजीलैंड में विंडी वेलिंगटन के अंदर सबका काम होगा. तो वहां का वेट करो अभी.
तो मतलब जुरेल की इंजरी कोई सीरियस नहीं है?
नहीं, अभी एवरीवन इज मूविंग फाइन. देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग और नथिंग सीरियस. अभी भी अगर हुआ भी, कल कुछ नहीं भी करा, फील्डिंग नहीं करा, सरफू ने फील्डिंग किया कल. 20 को टीम ट्रैवल कर रही है, 21 को ट्रेनिंग होगी, 22 को ट्रेनिंग होगी, 23 को गेम खेलना है. सो यू हैव लॉट ऑफ टाइम.
ओके, मानिकप्रीत सिंह, लास्ट कमेंट. सरफराज को सिर्फ पोज देने के लिए बुलाया गया है.
नहीं यार, फील्डिंग अच्छी कर रहा है शॉर्ट लेग पे यार. मतलब आई थिंक अगर अभी करंट वो अच्छा है. मतलब मजा आता है उसको तो देख के. आज वो जो लास्ट में वो शुभमन ने कुछ किया प्रसिद्ध के साथ, जो डिले हुआ, फिर सोनाल काइंड ऑफ बैक्ड अवे, आस्क्ड फॉर अ चेस्ट गार्ड, उसके अंदर वो एक एंटिक चल रहा था वहां. मतलब सरफराज को देखो, उसका बॉडी लैंग्वेज देख के लग रहा था कुछ खुराफात चल रहा है इसके दिमाग में. तो वो तो आइडियल है. उसको तो मतलब बोल देना चाहिए, भाई आप खेलो ना खेलो, शॉर्ट लेग पे आप ही रहोगे जब पोजीशन रहेगा.
पंत और सरफराज अगर रहे बैट्समैन की तो हालत खराब कर देंगे वो तो.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ वहाँ ये गुड बॉयज साई सुदर्शन, ध्रुव जुरेल, ये गुड बॉयज नहीं चलेंगे. वहां चाहिए पुराना ऋषभ पंत जो अभी तक वापस नहीं आया है. पुराना ऋषभ पंत, चरपी ऋषभ पंत वापस नहीं आया है. आई होप उसकी एक अच्छी नॉक और लगे and he gets into that headspace where he starts enjoying cricket and having fun again. वरना ऋषभ पंत, सरफराज खान, मतलब बैट्समैन की आईलाइन के अंदर वो जीने नहीं देंगे दोनों.
ऋषभ पंत, सरफराज खान, नॉट जस्ट ऑन द फील्ड, ऑफ द फील्ड आल्सो.
अब ऑफ द फील्ड तो देखो आपका एक्सपर्टीज है, वो हम उस टेरिटरी में नहीं जाएंगे. तभी तो बोल रहा हूँ आपका आप सूत्रधार बन के कुछ ना कुछ निकलवाना चाहते हो. पर हम
अच्छा, ये जाते जाते एक सवाल का जवाब दे दो. श्रीलंका की नाइट लाइफ के बारे में बताओ.
नहीं, यहाँ कुछ नहीं है. Gaul is very quiet.
Hey, the beaches are nice at night.
Hey. What are you saying? Have you been to the golf fort? Have you been to that pub which is at the end of golf fort?
Just one pub.
Flamingo.
But that entire stretch to
no, did by 9:45 the stretch 9:45 last order. Only that one tap house is open till 2. जहाँ हम लोग रोज जाते हैं. But just one. बाकी तो
वो तो खुला रहता है.
वो खुला रहता है. पर
The shacks on the beach are very good. उनावटुना में जाओ, shacks में जाओ, खाना खाओ, आ जाओ.
That road becomes like एकदम.
देखो,
but maybe because of the off season rain, अभी थोड़ा quiet है तो 10 साढ़े 10 तक तो पैकअप हो जाता है यहाँ सारा.
नहीं, वो मानिकप्रीत सिंह ने पकड़ लिया. देखो, नाइट लाइफ जैसे आए, डीडी सर मुस्कुराने लगे. उज्जवल बोले से दैट्स एक्सपीरियंस डीडी.
हम लोग रोज 12 बजे के बाद घर जाते हैं तो हमारा नाइट लाइफ ही है.
डे लाइफ नहीं है.
चलिए, on that note, thanks a lot, gentlemen. Like, share,
Thank you.
subscribe, comment, hype का बटन दबाइए. Sahil, enjoy the weather. Go to Flamingo. Dwaipan, Arani, Nitin, thanks a lot. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hype का बटन दबाइए. सुपर चैट के जरिए सवाल पूछिए, तभी आपको डीडी बताएंगे कि बिग बैश लीग का टिकट कैसे मिल सकता है. That's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, good night, and God bless.